What's up, everybody? That was loud. Good morning. We are live here. It looks like we're live. Everything looks good. Checking out all my little buttons here. Hunter's ready. So how's everybody doing? We got stormy weather going on right now while we do our little daily brew. I know we got a lot of folks up there in the Panhandle and Alabama there. Mississippi still getting a little bit. Current satellites above Hunter's head. So it is the last day of hurricane season. How about that? November 30th. I can't believe it. We another year here tracking storms here on Mike's weather page since 2009 on Facebook. I think that's when Facebook started. A lot of years ago. Lots of years ago. But appreciate all of you all for sticking with me and being here through the tropics. And now we have folks watching us on Twitter and YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. So hello, everybody. Milton says, great weather in Central Florida. It is. Loretta Reed, yay. What's up, man? Yippee. A lot of folks up there. Hey, Kitron. What's up, Miss Kid Rock? Say hi to Kitron. Hey, Kitron. Good morning, Valerie Bauer. Good morning. Let's see YouTube popping over there. We got Mary Hernandez. Good morning. What's up, Miss Shelly Ross? Nancy Powers. Good morning. Richard Reamer. Good morning. We got Mr. James Fort tuning in. Welcome. Yeah. All right. No more storms with the eye, Joe says. I know. What is it about these eye storms? Don't know. Something about them eye storms in Florida. Irma a couple years ago, Ian, Ida last year. A lot of eye storms. Ivan. But anyway, Hunter's doing a lot better, by the way, so we're going to hold on to him a little bit and let him stay awake a little bit. I got to measure his girth around his neck. I want to get him some. I want to get him and Louie some Christmas costumes, but I gotta know how big he is. So I gotta do that as soon as we're done. I meant to do it yesterday and I forgot. But anyway, good morning. All right, let's talk a little bit about weather. So our daily brew. There's an old picture of me. This was back in. This was back during Irma, and it was staged. But we were at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, and I'd like to thank them for 4 years of supporting our little weather page and allowing me to do what I love along with all of you guys. So big thanks to ABC. Definitely your official holiday hot spot for the season. Christmas parties are coming for sure. Here's the names. We'll just leave this up for a couple minutes. This is what we went through today or this year. I'd like to thank Chad at Red Bull. He hooked me up with some more some product. I have to save some Red Bull for our Christmas party. In honor of my good buddy Greg Montgomery, we're going to do some Red Bull and you know what. All right, so we made it through two of the three columns. Not really, I can't really hardly remember any of these other names other than Ian and Nicole. It only takes one to define a season, that's for sure. But, Fiona, Earl, those are big ones. Not so much for the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Northeast, up in Nova Scotia and that area. But as far as the storms went this year, definitely Florida double whammy. BOGO storms for Florida. We always say BOGO, right? Publix, BOGO. It was BOGO for Florida this year between Ian and Nicole. And we have a lot of tornadoes. Hey, Katie, yes. Hopefully none of them have too much damage. Let's take a look at the current satellite since we're talking about it. Say bye, Hunter. I'll have to show everybody our picture we got. But we got little costumes coming for you. You excited, little guy? You're just a little guy. So here, let's put the radar on and show everybody what's going on. We still got, man, this is a pretty hefty squall line now. You know, there was strong wording that we're going to have some pretty serious tornadoes yesterday. Hopefully, I can't really say with 100% accuracy, but I don't know if we really had the outbreak. We had a lot of tornado warnings, but I'm not sure they were, as severe as they were worried about. So hopefully that came true with the storms. So we do have a squall line heading through Carolinas right now. 30, 35, 40 mile an hour winds with that squall line. This is the heavy one coming in up off the Gulf. Tornado warnings currently, yellow severe thunderstorm warnings. This is going on. We got a tornado watch until 11 a.m. for this area because of this line. So once that line passes you, the weather's getting better. So definitely your friend right now is here's a tornado. See, as the line goes too, they keep reducing the size of the tornado warning. Because it's really only where the line's at. That's your current warning, or watch, not warning area. Current watch. Watch means you have the ingredients for taco. A warning is you have a taco. So a watch means that you could have a tornado. And we do have a tornado warning currently right now. As a matter of fact, we could look at radar scope. Let's take a look at that. Let's zoom in here. This is kind of what Ryan Hall does. He just sits there and streams away live weather as it happens. Not really my cup of tea. I like more the talking about what's ahead. Well, we got 3 warnings currently now. What's up with that? Let's zoom in here and take a look at the satellite. Technically we have Bay County. So there you go. That's pretty nasty. This is live right now. How do I get rid of this old box here? I need to get rid of this old box. I got to get rid of this box. There you go. Okay. So there you go. Look at that sucker, huh? That's happening right now. How many of y'all live right there? This is Bay County. Let's see. So currently, I know we have a lot of people watching that area. Lynn Haven, obviously Lynn Haven, Mexico Beach area. That's all part of Michael, Panama City Beach. So it looks like Lynn Haven definitely, this little sucker right here could be tornadic, possibly in the Lynn Haven. And I know we got people watching in Lynn Haven right now. So that line, there's a cell coming in Lower Grand Lagoon, just the other side of Panama City Beach, heading toward Tyndall Air Force Base. So all these little areas here, we're going to have to watch for little spin-ups coming in off of the Gulf of Mexico. So this forecast definitely played out correctly as they predicted. Nasty weather did extend through the night into today, Wednesday. So hopefully I got everybody prepared for that. There were a lot of tornado warnings. Hey, Harold, but whether or not they actually end up hitting the line. Heather says, none of your apps gave actual warning. That is a tricky thing because sometimes your notifications, like overnight, like I'm a tech guy and I don't even know half the time how to work notifications. And overnight notifications sometimes don't come through, or you sleep right through them, or your notifications are turned off, or like me, my Google phone goes to sleep for some reason. I don't even know how to turn it off, but I don't get notifications when I'm sleeping. Somehow my Android knows when I'm sleeping because I don't get notifications. I need to make a device that shakes the Android. I need to put a vibrating bed. Vibrating bed. Remember those? Anybody got a quarter? But vibrating bed would keep the Android awake. Good invention right there. Hey, Mikey, what's up there? I'm reading some haze. I missed out on Donica. Good morning. Costello. Yeah, man, look at that. Everything's rocking and rolling. Tornado warning, Mississippi. Bill's got a NOAA weather radio. Probably the best piece of advice, Bill, is a simple NOAA weather radio. For sure. As a matter of fact, I even got a link for those on my site here. I think I do. I did it one time. Let me find it. It should be down here. Let's see, right here. Right here. Weather radio. NOAA weather radio. Let's see what pops up. NOAA weather radio. there you go. I don't know if you can buy them on there. I probably should have a link to that. But there you go. Just go to Amazon, Google NOAA radio. Be a great Christmas present. Hint, hint. Heck of a good Christmas present. Buy everybody you know in storm areas a no weather radio. The perfect gift of 2022. Jana says, take shelter. Well, yes. Cash is slowly going to fizzle. Hey, Katie, what's up? How's it going up there? Raining sideways. I have a no weather radio, but it didn't plugged in. I'm the worst guy. I'm the worst person to follow because when the American Red Cross came to our house here and did their hurricane special, I did not have a hurricane kit. They gave me a hurricane kit. My good buddy Wayne Shattuck, and Janet was her name, I believe, from the Red Cross. Did not have a hurricane kit. I have no plug-in on my no weather radio. I drive into hurricanes with flip-flops. So kids, don't be like Mike. We had our little Oldsmar celebration last night, lighting the tree, and a little kid came up and said, "Hi, Mike." And I was holding a beer in a koozie. I'm like, I gotta be careful. I don't want to be too bad. So anyway, here's what's happening. Brittany says, rain is sideways again. So your best friend, let me tell you something. Like living here in Pinellas County. Sometimes it's good to have radar because sometimes your county could be under a tornado warning, and you know our county's so big in Pinellas that it could be down in St. Pete, and we live all the way up here by, let's say, Tarpon. So you know the whole county doesn't take shelter if you have a radar. It's good to have a radar so you can kind of know where it's coming, and you know the way you can read these boxes that kind of tells you the future track expected from the National Weather Service. So this is kind of where they expect that track. And, you know, you can use these, most use these vorticity signatures, the greens and the reds, even on the news. It shows different rotations of the lower level winds. And that's usually a good sign. And you can kind of see right here potential that we could have a little tornado on the east side of Lynn Haven right now currently, for sure. I mean, it's showing up decent on radar, whether or not it's on the surface or not. But, you know, originally they didn't talk too much about Wednesday being a storm threat, but anytime you get a squall line coming in off of that Gulf of Mexico, you know, for sure. Now, we got Beacon Beach. I know we got a lot of folks watching down at Tyndall Air Force Base. So they're probably taking shelter right now, I would think, in that area. But not strong signature, at least on Salad. But there are two. That is, you know, the BOGO. Hey, Florida, BOGO tornado warnings. It goes along with our BOGO hurricane season, right? So it is expected to slowly weaken out a little bit. They didn't even they did up the Storm Prediction Center today. Originally it wasn't yellow, but now it's yellow. So that's the rest of the day where they expect the storms. It is expected to fade out of here. So big cold air behind. None of this cold air is really going to make it past here. So no cold air for Florida. Right? Sad for that. I think we got that. Don't we have Ed Petrowski's big pizza party tomorrow or this weekend with Jim Cantori? So if you're going to that, have a good time. We got softball, so we could do BOGO subs. I feel so guilty, Freddie, when I go to Publix and they talk me into buying a footlong. I'm like, I'm not going to eat my footlong. I'm not going to eat the footlong. And then I take a little nibble of the second one. I'm like, a little nibble of the third. I'm like, The reason I want to buy a half is because I don't want to be tempted with a full Publix sub. So, Let's look at some future radar. All right, so we know that, here's the radar. We got that. This is live. So, like I said, radar is your friend in times like these. You can zoom in right where you live. And this is radar scope. I do love radar scope. You can do a little locational button, which was going to put me right back to where I'm at. But it does give you a little location button, which helps a lot, especially if you got a line of storms coming at you. You kind of get an idea where you're at in relation to, the storms. So that's the storms up in Carolinas aren't as severe. However, through Georgia here, the line is showing up pretty strong. We'll see what the radar looks like in Georgia. There you go. It's kind of fizzling out a little bit along the coast here. Got to remember, too, the radars only have a range. So you got to be careful when you use these kind of apps because actually it is fizzling out, but it's stronger than what this is showing because the radar doesn't really show very far this far. So then you got to click over here. And you'll get a more updated radar, and it is still showing up fizzled actually. But there you go. There's the line. So there's our line of rains coming through South Carolina right now. We can go up the coast here and take a look. It looks pretty gnarly on satellite. This is get close to the Outer Banks right now. This is not as strong as it is in the south. So a little more cold air being digested here with this line. So you're not getting any watches or warnings. But you are going to get some rain here in eastern Carolina soon. Here it comes. This is live radar. So there you go. It's coming for you. But it's losing punch. Tropical punch. This Shelly Ross. Did you get your complimentary sub and flip-flops? For some, I think Publix rules subs, don't they? Didn't they? So, hey, Jane just moved from Minnesota. Cool. Listen, one thing about Florida tornadoes, they are serious. You take every tornado serious, but we don't get the ones like they get more in Tornado Alley. A lot of our tornadoes in Florida are actually radar signature on radar. They actually aren't even making the ground. So hopefully, most of the time, hopefully they're not real. But you take everything serious for sure. Tornado doesn't, it's like a tropical storm. You could get me a soapbox on that. Let's just leave it up here right now. So, all that damage Daytona Beach had, and Volusia County, Flagler, all those areas. A lot of people said, "Oh, that was all Ian damage." Well, Ian was only a tropical storm when it exited the state of Florida. It was strong Category 4 on the East Coast or West. Man, can we just start over? Strong Category 4. When it hit Southwest Florida, it weakened to a tropical storm as it exited the state. Didn't reform into a hurricane until it was over that Gulf Stream, more into the Atlantic. So all that damage that we saw from Ian on the East Coast of Florida was technically from Tropical Storm Ian. And then Nicole came along. Most of the time, Nicole was a tropical storm, winds pushing water. So two storms, basically tropical storm status, did a lot of damage here. A lot of damage. And that was only tropical storm. Remember that. Those waves, man. We were talking so much about Nicole, man. We had 55-foot waves water being pushed for days and days and days. And when Ian exited the state, when it came through the state, let's say like that, maybe a little north, I don't know, but we had counterclockwise winds, pounding from the storm. So that was, storm number 1. And then storm number 2, Nicole, we had this high pressure, remember, to the north, and it just constantly pushed in winds and waves. And then you had Nicole coming along, and it was spinning in waves or winds counterclockwise. So, just had a pounding of winds that just destroyed so much on the Florida East Coast. I don't know how they're going to recover over there. First, they got to build new seawalls. And if you caught our live with Decks and Docks, most of the live we were talking about their vinyl seawall technology, and I meant to follow up with these guys because they were talking about how important. And I saw some aerial footage from, I think it was Peak from Weather Channel, or that showed the coastline, and there was a couple sections of houses that didn't have seawall damage. Unfortunately, the seawalls to the side of them failed, and the water came in around. Not good. But they had this vinyl seawall technology that they were working on. And here's some of it right here. This is what it looks like. So interesting. Vinyl seawall. Might be something to think about if you're rebuilding. So that's for our buddies over at Decks and Docks. Let's look at some future radar for the day here, and let's see what's going on with our storm. So it's slowly going to start fizzling. Like I said, currently right now, man, they're getting strong storms. This is live. We got 2 tornado warnings still ongoing. We got severe thunderstorm warnings in yellow. Notice they don't go any farther than the north. This little line here in the Carolinas isn't showing any severe weather yet, which is good. It's kind of getting some cold air down into it. It's kind of weaky watchy in it. Weaky watchy. But future radar, let's take a look at that. There were hints, believe it or not. Let me close some of this here. Hey, by the way, we went through the whole year and didn't crash Chrome. That is the first time ever. Good. All right, let's look at future radar. So this thing is going to start fizzling out here. Let's just focus on the southeast here, and let's take a look at it. Take a look at 12Z, just came out. All right. And we'll see. Well, actually, we should do the East Coast because we have a lot of people watching. Well, we'll just stick it on the southeast for now. Take a look at it. So here's your radar for the day. You can see what's going to happen. So it could stay together. Interesting. Tallahassee, Valdosta, Savannah. This is noon. So according to HRR here, we still could have some life left and some stronger stuff coming up through Tallahassee. That's close enough. I can go storm chase. So we left last night, had a burning smell in the garage, and me growing up around electronics, I knew something wasn't right. And I got a little panicky, honestly. I went and got a flashlight, went up in the attic, couldn't figure it out. My neighbor Jack's a fireman. He came over, and we didn't even think about it. He's like, let's check the electrical box. Blew a fuse. It was the water heater. Water heater took a crap. We've noticed the last couple of days it's not been hot like we like. So, and you know what? It's the original one when we bought the house 13 years ago. So our water heater, 13 plus years. I think that's pretty good. So otherwise, I'd go up there and check this out. It's only about 2 hours away. So this is noontime. So Julie, we had to take cold showers today. Whatever that means. All right. So here's the scoop. All right. So Jacksonville, you're going to start getting it about 2 o'clock down in Brunswick area. So the rain is coming. This is 2 o'clock, passing through. Might make it down to Ocala. Look at that. There's 4 o'clock. So here we go again. Let's take a look at here. This is noon. Passing through Tallahassee, down in Valdosta to Savannah. Already on the other side of the coast there. This is today. And these HR, okay, kind of makes it. Look at a little juice down here in South Florida, bubbling down here. So here's tonight. We're gonna have summer showers in South Florida tonight. This is 6 p.m. So it fizzles out. Some might make it down past around Interstate 4. This has kind of been the forecast. This thing's fizzled out here. High pressure bringing in some dry air. This is tonight, 6 o'clock. So, yeah, it could be a few sprinkles around the I-4 corridor. Some rain down in South Florida later today. And it kind of pushes through. Tries to. Here's tomorrow morning. You might get a little, look at that, tomorrow morning. And then it bows back up. Look at that. It's no cold air. Let's take a look at tomorrow's temperatures. We're already back up in the 60s today. It didn't get that cold this morning. Tomorrow's wake up temperatures never got past Interstate 4. So here's tomorrow's cold air. Let's pull this up. Tomorrow morning, we have 30s down in Mobile, Mr. Telford. Shelly Peak, it is stronger. So, what's that Insta Hot, Jerry Co? Do I need to do homework on that? I know they got the new style. But there's your wake up temps tomorrow, folks. The front stops at Interstate 4. All weather in Florida happens north of Interstate 4 or south of Interstate 4. So your 50s are north of Interstate 4 tomorrow. And we might have 30s. We will have 30s in the upper panhandle. Freezing temperatures look like they make their way about here. Maybe more like about here, probably. So there's your freeze line tomorrow morning. This is Burr. And this is Yuck. Yuck. Wake up temp at 78 tomorrow down in Key West. No moisture, no snow with this. So there you go. Let's take a look at the future. So that storm line's going to be sticking together pretty good today. Let's look at some live radar again. This thing could get pushed. Well, we do have a tornado watch until 11. And that does include Tallahassee. So there you go. So yeah, definitely. Might get... Yeah, it's getting close to Tallahassee right now. So maybe not so much noon, probably 11. So there you go. Tornado watch is still... I thought I said hurricane watch. Tornado watch is all the way to 11, and that includes areas just east of Tallahassee. Down in the Apalachicola. Our buddy down in Apalachicola. What's up, Mr. Apalachicola? Tankless is the best. I might have to go look at that, I guess. The biggest thing is I got to clear out a hole in the garage. I knew this day would come. Everything, Shelly knows what's going on. I got so much crap going on right now. But I did get my Christmas lights up. Priority number one. Harold, 33 degrees. That's cold. Oh, Galley. Scott. That's my mom and dad. They still have an Old Galley? I thought that was Melbourne. Did they change the name, or you still have Homostasis Springs Seafood? Oh, my God. That sounds good, Mr. Bill Barber. I love all you crab legs. We went to a little Mexican place this week called Senor Tequila. Anybody ever been to Senior Tequila? It's right off of Racetrack Road. They have really good margaritas. Hey Joe, what was the best hurricane model? Well, steering wise, Euro for sure. Early detection icon was great. CMC had a west bias to it, and GFS was absolutely worthless in my opinion. So the UK did really good this year too. So if I had to rate them, Euro, icon, UK overall. And I use a blend of models. Ian is a story, man, all in itself, but that was terrible. The emotional roller coaster of Ian, at one point was Panhandle, and then it was Tampa, and then obviously South Florida. But we had the classic windshield wiper effect, and so much emotions get tied up into every 6-hour NHC track. You go from oh my gosh to nothing. So man, I do agree I do think things need to change. I don't know what they are, but I would like to see a cone that was less center line, more a blend of colors. I think a blend of colors is great. that would allow you to do things like, shade, red to orange to yellow, and then same up here, just to show the impacts are a lot less. And I would love for that cone to extend inland, and then of course that would switch to more of a red, orange, yellow on the north side as our storm escaped Florida, with less down here. So I think a risk zone with shaded colors through the state, showing a blend of water risks, wind risks combined, because people in the inland, everybody focuses on the wind. The water is bigger stories, especially when you have inland flooding. So, all right, let's go back to some local radar here, and let's see what it's looking like down in Florida. Let's go to Tallahassee radar now that we're getting closer to Tallahassee. So here's your current line. Just getting into Tallahassee radar now. It's losing a little more straight line winds right now. But there's your current line. Click. Oh, I'll click on one. So what's up? All right. Well, let's see. No shrimp from me, Jerry. Nope. So anyway, this is gonna be gone today. Senior Frogs, Scott Irish. Heck, we'll be going to Senior Frogs on our Mike's Favorite Page cruise. That's where you'll find me. Shelly will be hiding away somewhere resting, and I'll probably be down at Senior Frogs taking my clothes off. Not really, but you never know. What happens in the Bahamas stays in the Bahamas. Right? So I get to call my good buddy James Van Fleet today. He's works at Royal, and he might be able to give us some ideas and help our cruise even be a little bit better. Tammy, any severe weather in the Mid-Atlantic? Well, this is kind of fizzling out, Tammy. First thing you always want to do is always look at the Storm Prediction Center map. And there you go. So I don't think a lot of folks know, but I do have this color chart here, and it's a really good chart. And it's very important because it kind of tells you what the colors mean and the severity. I hate the words. Slight sounds like it's not going to be anything. I don't like that word slight. Yellow usually means pretty bad. Yellow means we could have tornadoes, trees down. So slight usually raises the risk level to me, like, But slight is a terrible word. They got rid of that word. It's a bad word. Right. So I got up this morning. Sarah had this on my keyboard. Remember I told you how she likes to hide things? Well, apparently last night when she went to bed, she put this on my keyboard. So anyway, asking about the Mid-Atlantic, there you go. So this squall line's losing some punch. Let's look at the future now. What's going on? 12 days left. To 12 days of Christmas to secure our prices. Do you know that our cruise is about half the price right now of what Royal's charging that same week? We locked in some amazing rates. So buy them and sell them. You can't really do that. It's not like a ticket, I guess. But we are excited. All the information is right here. I got it green. The MWP cruise. You deserve it. It's a great Christmas present. Paul Thompson said, wow, it looks, that's right above me. The infrared show. Now notice one thing about the infrared. It's starting to lose a little color toward the end. Still bad, but the intensity at least is reducing a little bit. So as this thing flattens out and loses a little energy, it'll start losing some punch. I wonder if we got any tornado reports from yesterday yet. Let's take a look. We will look here together. Oh, 36. What's the date today? Holy moly. All right. Well, we had 36 tornado reports yesterday. Look at that. We'll have to see how many of those are verified. Or they are verified. These are tornado reports. These are official. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the hail on the backside. Green is hail, 33. So yesterday we had 33 reports of hail, 57 reports of high winds, and 36 tornado reports. So props to Storm Prediction Center, obviously. They started covering this back on day 7 SPC alert, which is so rare. Day 6, I think it was. So there you go. That was yesterday. 36 tornadoes. Now that doesn't count today. We've had a few already today. Let's look back here. I ain't worried about it. I was going to look back. Man, that thing's zoomed in. Don't let me forget to measure my dog's girth. We could do it together. I don't have my tape measure here though. Now I can use my fingers. We're buying a dog's. I'm buying a dog's costume so I can make Christmas cards. Ashley's excited for the rain, a little cooler weather. I don't get your hopes up on this cooler weather. It's not for sure. Let's look at the southeast here because everybody else is just cold this time of year. But so your lows tomorrow are, like we said, Interstate 4 North. 30s are going to be in the Panhandle. Friday, slowly creeping back up. Saturday, oh, we got a little front coming through. No, not at all. That's the variant of 30s to 50s. So Thursday and Friday. Look at Thursday. Reds are like in the freezing range almost. Excuse me for that. My nose is a little runny today. Friday. Look at Saturday. Ooh, back again. And then Sunday. There's really nothing coming. So next 10 days are not. I mean, if you're wondering about here, it's not changing much. This is not changing much at all in the next 10 days. No major temperature swings coming in the next week. As far as weather goes, we'll go to Tropical Tidbits here, take a looky. Our next couple systems coming through. Let's take a look. Little bit of snow, Pennsylvania tonight, maybe on the backside of this. Notice our low is way to the north, so that doesn't mean a lot of cool air coming in. The winds are coming in sideways, not so much down, but there'll be some snow Pennsylvania northward tonight, Wednesday. We already talked about the rain, maybe tomorrow through the peninsula, maybe. Look at this though. Look at tomorrow. It's all out of here. So tomorrow, and we talked about the weekend. Looks pretty darn good. Here's Friday morning. Here's Saturday morning. There's a little line showing up again. I think we showed that. Let's take a look at the Saturday on the Euro. Yep. So there is a little system this weekend possibly here across the Mississippi Valley. Harper Valley PTA. Remember that song? And there you go. It kind of fizzles out. But there is a chance this weekend, Saturday mainly, we could have a little bit of rains here Saturday. Nothing too bad. High pressure pushing in behind it. Boring. Let's take the week off, shall we? No, I gotta mail. We got Brew Crew stuff going out. I got the Brew Crew design done. I ordered the Brew Crew Cat 5 Year 2 shirts. Yay. Yeah, I got a new logo for next year. Everybody's going to be excited about. More simple. But as far as weather goes, man, I don't see anything. Like I said, this weekend we might have a little bit of juice here across the upper Gulf. A little bit. Doesn't look like much storms with it. It's going to be out of here by Sunday at least. A little bit of pop of juice here Monday on the backside. It kind of curls up. Man, it's showing up on the Canadian too. So here's the deal. So kind of rainy a little bit on Saturday, and then on Monday this thing curves back around, and we get a little bit of pop here of moisture. Looks like here on Monday. There you go. This is next Monday morning as our front backs up a little bit and juices things up, and that's showing on pretty much all the models, I'm sure. There it is right there too. Here's Monday. So there you go. Sunday looks good for everybody so far. Saturday a little juicy here. So Saturday juicy here. And then Monday juicy here. Yeah. But severe weather? Nah. Nothing really shown. Which is good. Just dogs snoring. You got to get them Christmas lights up. If you don't have your Christmas lights up, it's time. Do it. Just do it. Just put one string up. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be that fancy. Here's the weekend rains. It's very light rains. So no storms this weekend. And then this thing backs around here, and you can see the Monday juice showing up. Not much around this general southeast mid-Atlantic area. So it's boring. Good morning, Emily, to your favorite weather family. Well, we appreciate that. Thanks, Shelly. Yep. Appreciate that. Shelly takes care of a lot of things behind the scenes. We love her to death. This time of year, everybody's busy, so we got to be a little patient. I can measure their collars. Well, I'll dig out the old tape measure, and I'm excited. Miss Mary. All right, let's say hi to everybody. What's everybody doing? All right. Low country boil. So we do have a low country boil. So if you are going on our cruise, or you're a Brew Crew member, we're having a private party Sunday, March 12th at the Cape at a tropical resort. But you got to have pass to get in, because we don't want a lot of crazy fans, unless, you know, you're like a superstar, rock star or something. But we're going to do a low country boil for that party, and a band, a DJ. We decided on a DJ. DJs are fun. DJs are fun because they can play all kinds of music. Trying to get my good buddy Andy Simmons to come. But that'll be a good time, March 12th. Kind of be the kickoff to hurricane season because, you know, May, things really get going. We're going to do our cruise in March. May 1st is when we go back to 5 days a week because usually May, things kind of get going in May. Believe it or not. So we're looking forward to it. The whole Mike's Road Page family is coming. My girls, Julie, Sarah, and Emily, and Phil's bringing his crew, Nessa and Rachel. The redneck storm chaser that bailed us out, she had to tow my butt out of Hurricane Ian. I'll never relive that one down. And of course, Shelly's coming, of course, with her crew. Mason and Steve. So Steve will be hanging out some secluded bar, smoking cigars. And Shelly will be drinking, was it pina coladas, Shelly? Oh, it's May 15th. Okay, well, there you go. See, you know me, the most unorganized person on the planet. Shelly got me this awesome password book. Now, listen, I can't show you because somebody out there might even zoom in, but I use an old yellow paper book for all my passwords. But look, Shelly, just so you know, I did put it to use. I have it right here, and I actually have passwords in there. So that's cool. Got my storm chaser truck back. I'm excited about that. Got Emily I can't say, she might actually watch me. I might have to get a new coin holder. So anyway, all right, what else are we talking about? Trinidad, Emily. I know we talked about you the other day again, but you had that system last week that just hovered over top of y'all, just popped up and it didn't move. You still got rain going on right now, don't you? Right now, look at that. Oh, that's actually next week. What am I looking at? That's next Thursday. Hey, you're going to have an inflow of moisture. So Saturday, Miss Emily, you're going to have rain again. Kind of lingers around Sunday. I guess that ITCZ line. That'd be a song. ITCZ. I don't know. I don't know what really brings you all that rain, but it just, hovers. Unfortunately. I do follow someone over on Twitter that Trinidad Weather Service that does a really good job reporting weather from Trinidad and Tobago. Look at the lightning map. Holy cow. I got a lightning map on my side. Look at that. Turn it up. Turn it up! You can hear the clicks and the clacks. That's live lightning as we speak. Ooh, scared the hell out of me. Karaoke. Oh my God, yep. Chocolate White Russian. No, I have not, Harold. Sounds good, though. Cigar. Anyway. So, let's take one last look here at our friends up in Panama. Now Tallahassee. We'll have to take a look. Actually, getting really close to Tallahassee right now. Luckily, there's no tornado warnings. Just severe thunderstorm warnings. It is starting to lose its punch. You can see it on the satellite above my head here. Car warranty time. I don't know if it's live or not. It looks like it's live. Excuse me. Yeah, it looks like it's live. It is live. But at least all we have is straight line winds right now, pretty much. So Tallahassee getting wet right now. The good news is, at least for now, there's no tornado warnings. But you still have a watch up until 11. Remember, a watch means there could be. The ingredients are there. Some of these little showers and stuff out of front help cool down the atmosphere, stabilize things a little bit. Port St. Joe, you're next. Mexico Beach getting it right now. Man, things moving fast. We started our show. We were over here. Now we already went through Tyndall. Now it's at Mexico Beach. Port St. Joe. I love that little town. The lighthouse. Beautiful town. We were so fortunate that Cape San Blas too. That's my buddy Travis. And crew at Scallop Cove. Big fans. Trying to find a good webcam. Nothing's popping up right now though. But that's where the next storm's going. Weatherbug's got one. I can't really show it. I don't want to get in trouble. Oh, you posted on the Brew Crew, Harold. I'll go check it out just for you, man. Got all my lights up. I'm so excited. Thank you, Loretta Reed. You always are very nice. We appreciate you being a big follower of our page. Yeah, DJ is a great idea. We could play Morgan Wallen and follow it up with, like, Chuck Berry. So anyway, all right. Well, there you go. I hope you have a great day. I got a lot to do today. I got to make a phone call here in a little bit. Yeah, thanks to all the Brew Crew subscribers to the page. This is, a little slow right now, our season, but, we still love you and appreciate it and all that you do to support our page because we are technically crowdfunded. We got a lot of followers. I was very happy this year with my server. We survived through a lot of hits and a lot of traffic. Paid a little extra, well, a lot extra, but Having a very active site gets a lot of hackers that try to come in the backside and take over. So that's always a challenge. But we did it. And it was so cool this year to see, like, the Turks and Caicos were using the weather page in their official government meetings. That was really humbling that our website makes it all the way down to the Turks and Caicos. And of course, none of this would be possible without the support of National Weather Service, NOAA, and Levi, and Matt with Weather Nerds. They allow me to embed their stuff, which brings in a lot of traffic too. But they get a lot of people doing that, and they don't like it. So they've always been very supportive, which I really appreciate. So. But you can see our tropical heat maps losing color. The waters are cooling down. Still in the 80s, though, believe it or not. Let's check out old Bay News 9. Still in the 80s down there. Just a lot of wind shear this time of year, It's very, very hostile conditions above. But the water is, I didn't mean to have you guys listening to lightning, but I guess it's kind of fun. Robert says it's there now. Hey, from Tallahassee. What's up, Robert? I'm going to turn down the lightning. It's kind of annoying. Goodbye, hurricane season. That's right, Nancy Powers. Only took one this year. Took two, actually. What did we have this year? Let's take a look. I got it on the bottom of my site. I got everything on the site. Look at that. They stopped at Nicole. It's official. There we go. All right. So, that's it. I mentioned this before, how wild this is, but Fiona curved, did a little hook here. Obviously, it was really bad for Nova Scotia. Earl kind of did the same thing. Unfortunately, Ian did the same thing too. So notice the latitude here, around 15 degrees, right? So technically, when you hear about lowriders, it's always around that 10-degree mark that these little guys weren't able to lift. And that would be Julia and Bonnie. So there is something to say about, where they're at, and if they're too far south. We had that one crossover early in the season. What the hell was it? I think it was one. It was Alex, wasn't it? Or Bonnie. Alex, I don't remember now. I think Alex. Didn't Alex come through? I don't even know. Alex actually went through the state. I can't believe it. It didn't form. Remember, Alex was the longest PTC ever. Remember, it was a PTC forever. Bonnie was a PTC forever. Potential tropical cyclone. This little guy, what the heck he was thinking? That was Hermine. It just went north. Like, we ain't going anywhere. We're just going straight north. But there you go. There's your season. 3 was that weird one, Colin. Remember, it formed over land. That was a weird. I don't even know if it ever was on. I don't even know if Colin ever made it technically over water or not. That was the one I remember posting one morning. Radar scope. I'm like, what the heck? And then we instantly got a circle. When it went to orange, went to red. I think then it was like Colin all within like a few hours. Colin. That was back in July. We had nothing in August. Look at this. There was not one named storm in August. The peak of season. There wasn't one. That was weird. Always so weird, tropical season. Hey, there's Miss Bobby Storm talking about plants. I think those are plants. All right, well, hey, I love yakking. You guys know that. Met some... Harold, I don't know about that red tide. I got a link. It was south of us. I haven't really looked at red tide this year. I do have a link, though. Right here. You can find it on Mike's weather page. All right, let's take a look. Red tide page. Red tide status. For November 22nd. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, see, not really. I'm glad you brought it up. I wonder why that's not making the news. Usually it makes the news. I didn't even know about it. Bad me. This is in reference. This is Tampa Bay right here. Skyway Bridge. Yeah, so there you go. Heavy around Sarasota. High concentration. So there you go. Good question, Harold. Mark Hall says, wild turkeys. That sounds like a whiskey. Corrine, we appreciate it. Yeah, well, the hackers Shelley takes care of. We get a lot of, and you know, I watch other web pages, and there's a lot of hackers. And sometimes we, you know, just ban. Yeah, Harold, they're not talking about it. Sometimes that's a big news thing. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know. I didn't even know. I honestly didn't even know about it. Wonder why it's not a bigger deal. Maybe it's because nobody's swimming in it. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But there you go. So, but I do have that link online. So and I can't remember. Did you see this low pressure? So I put this in the Brew Crew yesterday. So there. So we got high pressure. We got two high pressure systems out in the Atlantic, and you know what? It could bring a circle. And Owen possibly could be trying. It's not going to go anywhere. But it's. I looked at it just a little bit ago. There is a little sign that we could have a little low pressure popping up here first part of the week. Remember we showed it Monday. There it is, the Azores. Interesting, right? Now I know somebody from the Azores is watching because they always say they are. But then I gotta trust you. Then I go click. Oh, that's not good, Stephen. So there's a lot of dead fish. Well, man, that's not good. Maybe I'll post about it. So anyway, there's that. Let's take a look at the Euro. Same thing. This is Sunday. That actually comes out of the north, but this is the one that was showing up. Sandwiched in between the two high right here. This general Monday next week. So this little guy here has kind of been showing up on models. Here's Canadian. This is like Monday next week, Monday, Tuesday. I mean, you know, could happen. Icon doesn't go out that far yet. Maybe the 6Z or 00Z probably did. And there it is. Little sandwich low. So yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. It's been there 3 days now. It would make headlines. Breaking news. But, you know, there's a tropical storm probability map right here. I didn't really want to show it because people are tired of hurricanes. And, you know, then everybody assumes it's going to do that. But it's not. Might affect the Azores. Anybody in the Azores? So anyway. All right. Well, we appreciate you, Catherine. Running across a lot of fans on TikTok lately. Just kind of neat. Try to do a couple videos every now and then. I'm going to definitely tweak the all the platforms next season. Seemed like the little quickie updates were really good for people. So 20s for Phyllis. Where the heck are you living at? It's already back to 79 here. Crazy, right? All right, so that's it. Let's close it up. Hey, listen, I mentioned it since we're talking about Christmas. Click right here, 30% off of Furman, and you can have the most awesome Christmas gift to one of your family and friends. These little inverters are phenomenal. Check them out. Hybrid series, Whisper series. These little guys, tiny little ones. The 30% discount is already included. So let's say this little guy, for example, 3300 recoil start. A lot of these are remote start, push button start, but this little guy here, recoil starter, right? 97% positive, but it's got a USB plug, got 30 amp plug, got all kinds of cool little things. And it comes down to, let's take a look with the 30% off. $700, free shipping, $300 off. So man, you cannot beat a 3,000 watt inverter with 50 some decibels, like quiet, the ultimate tailgating, camping little generator. So check them out. So hey, listen, we'll be live on Friday. Keeping an eye here. We got severe thunderstorms still. This should start losing some punch here, but it will make its way to Jacksonville later today. So keep an eye on the radar. And things are going to be quiet. A little bit of rain, upper Gulf stretching northeast Saturday. Sunday looks good. And little rain Monday for the Mid-Atlantic area, but I don't see anything coming for a while. So enjoy the break. See you, Shelly. I'm out of here, and we'll see you guys Friday. All right. Have a great day.